Kenya Police Authority has redeployed all police personnel in Mukuru area within the country capital, Nairobi, following the discovery of dozens of bodies mostly female wrapped in the rubbish bags and dumped into a sea of Mukuru slum, which is very close to one of the country's police stations. Police chiefs said they were pursuing possible links to cults, serial killers or rogue medical practitioners in their investigation, but the discovery has since endangered tension and caused anger among the citizens in the country. Kenya last month experienced widespread unrest following bloody protests over tax hike, in which scores of the demonstrators were killed by security operatives after some of the protesters broke into the Kenya Parliamentary building. Videos posted online showed onlookers gathered at the dump site where numbers of bodies were found in the landfill in Mukuru slum in Nairobi on July 12, 2024. Details of the happening is presented verbatim as reported by AFP International News Agency. Kenya's Under Fire Police on Sunday pledged a transparent investigation into the shocking discovery of 8 mutilated female bodies dumped in a Nairobi garbage site. But tensions were running high at the crime scene in the Mukuru slum area in the south of the Kenyan capital, as police briefly fired tear gas to disperse a crowd of angry residents, an AFP journalist said. Police chiefs said they were pursuing possible links to cults, serial killers or rogue medical practitioners in their investigation into the macabre saga, which has horrified and angered the nation. The mutilated and dismembered bodies, trussed up in plastic bags, were hauled out of a sea of floating rubbish in an abandoned quarry in Mukuru. The discoveries have thrown another spotlight on Kenyan police and added more pressure on President William Ruto, who is struggling to contain a crisis over widespread anti-government protests that saw dozens of demonstrators killed. Acting National Police Chief Douglas Kanja said 6 corpses were found in Mukuru on Friday and more body parts were retrieved on Saturday, with preliminary investigations revealing that all were female. They were severely dismembered in different states of the composition and left in sacks, Kanja told a press conference, describing it as a heinous act. He said police were committed to conducting transparent, thorough and swift investigations, adding that they aim to wrap up their inquiries in 21 days. Kanja, who was appointed only on Friday amid the fallout over last month's protest bloodshed, also said that all officers at the police station located near the quarry had been transferred. Kenya's police watchdog, the Independent Police Oversight Authority, IPOA, on Friday has said it was investigating whether there was any police involvement in the dumped bodies, noting that the dump site was just 100 yards from the police post. The IPOA also said it was looking into claims of abductions of demonstrators who went missing after last month's protests. But it did not make any link to those missing and the dumped bodies. Trouble briefly erupted when locals tried to take a bag had hauled out of quarry to the police station, but were met with volleys of tear gas, the journalist said. Mohammed Amin, the head of the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, said the ages of the victims ranged from 18 to 30 and that all had been killed and butchered in the same manner. Are we dealing with a cult that is associated with criminal activities? Are we dealing with serial killers? He said at the press briefing alongside Kanja, we even could be dealing with rogue medical practitioners. Kenya was left reeling last year by the discovery of mass graves in a forest near the Indian Ocean coast containing the bodies of more than 400 members of a doomsday sect, one of the world's most cult-related massacres. On Monday, self-proclaimed Pastor Paul Antengi Mackenzie went on trial on terrorism charges, along with 94 co-defendants, over the deaths, accused of inciting his followers to starve themselves to death in order to meet Jesus. He and the other accused also faced charges of murder, manslaughter and child cruelty in separate cases over what has been dubbed the Shakahola Forest Massacre. The country's law enforcement services are already under scrutiny over the protest deaths, with rights groups accusing police of using excessive force. Kanja took up his post only this week after National Police Chief Japhet Koo resigned in the face of public fury over the alleged police brutality. A total of 39 people were killed and more than 630 injured during the unrest, Kenya's National Rights Commission said earlier this month. Kenyan police are often accused by rights groups of using excessive force and carrying out unlawful killings or running hit squads, but few have faced justice, AFP report ends in quote.
Bringing you the news in a more digital way.